All right, everyone. So this is Mabel. It's an app that helps people write their own books, their own stories. Um, which one of have you guys are fans of like audiobooks? Have you listened? Do you listen to audiobooks regularly? How many of you? Oh, cool. Have any of you ever attempted to write their own books? Cool. That's awesome. So I'm a person who has been journaling for 7 years, just on my notes app on my phone, and I'm a huge fan of audiobooks. One day I thought, why not use my all my notes to kind of like create a storyline and write my own book? And now that we have AI, let's try to do that. I have no programming or developer experience. I'm a digital marketer, so programming to me is as foreign as it is for any of you who never even touched like an IDE, which is like a programming tool. Um, then I tried to create Mabel, which is essentially this old lady that helps me write books. So my main problem with like this project was that I was having a hard time visualizing how it would work, and I tried to like a web application first. Then I realized it should be way simpler and just do like a mobile version so I can have it on my phone. So I kind of like create like Mabel, which is a journaling tool. So essentially, I just like press record. I record whatever thoughts I have. She asks like follow up questions, and then once I record, let's say 5 minutes of like audio input, she just processes in the background all the information and kind of like tailors into like a chapter for me of a book. Um, Pretty simple. I'm gonna show like a preview later. And then there's like Storyworth, which is like a product mainly in the US, very popular. But they kind of like work as a memoir project, which was my initial idea. However, I realized a bit too tricky to like make it as a first project because you have to be like an interview app where like you interview other people. So I wasn't sure like should I use two phones? One person has to be like the interviewer, the other the interviewee. So it's like too complicated for my non-programming, non-developer brain. So I just went through the journaling habit workflow. That was a very short presentation, sorry. Let me try to show like a preview of the app. So essentially, it's a very, very simple version. You just put your writing goal, your name, and then the idea is like to have it suggest um, chapters for you. So you can like, you don't have to like start from like a blank slate. So you kind of like pick childhood, family, school days, coming of age. And the idea is to have the AI generating those chapters based on the previous input. So if a person talking a lot about like your childhood, maybe it's going to suggest like family traditions or, favorite spots for summer or like favorite foods growing up or like what things you miss from your childhood, things like that. And then generates a chapter based on your input. Once you complete a chapter, yeah, he's just gonna show like recording a chapter actually. Yeah, once you kind of like finish recording, the AI is gonna process that in the background and like create chapter one for you. The idea is to once the first chapter is generated, is to have like the AI creating follow-up questions for you. And what I found is that once you start talking about, let's say, experience from your childhood, you want to frame that like an location. So it's going to ask you to describe the room, describe the smells, describe anything that you can remember from that experience that touches like an emotional part of you. Once that happens, it makes the chapter bigger and more complete. Once the AI finishes generating the chapter, you can approve it, or you can add it and do another input, and then you just have a list of memories, and then the new questions get generated at the bottom. And then yeah, you just like keep going, like writing your book. Um, this is essentially all I have for now. So it's as far as I went. Like I said, initially it was supposed to be like a web version, but that wasn't working. I couldn't quite figure like how to make the UI look appealing enough to people to record on their desktop. So I kind of like just shifted to like mobile development, and was very intimidating at first. I've never done this, but with Claude Code and Cursor and like Scholar, which is like a tool that you can just write the mockups and kind of like think as you visualize, because I'm very like visual person. It kind of like came together, and I could like put these things together, and I'm gonna just keep developing like that, just like drawing myself, and sending that over to Claude and asking to develop the backend. And it was just that simple as that. And that's kind of all. Thank you. And if you guys want to connect, like, so I can send you like a demo version of my app. If you want to use it, just scan this QR code here. You should go to my email. All right. Thank you, everybody.